Here we are, day 1, I'm that, and we have 100 days to beat Dino Overhaul X. Here on the left, just under the day count, is the life bank. Today is day 1, so we have 1 life. Every time we die, we lose a life. If we ever run out of lives, we lose, game over, the end. Every day we survive, we can gain an additional life in the life bank, capped at 9. Spawning in on Crystal Isles southwest beaches, we have easy access to berries, thatch, and wood. The Dino Overhaul X Triceratops are passive tames, requiring the very same abundant berries we've been picking up to start the taming process. By the end of day 1, we tamed a Dog Strike. Day 2, the hunt for hide begins as we need hide to make a saddle for our Triceratops. Having saddle or trike, it's time to name our first tame. Only the real ones will know. Dog Strikes can harvest the usual trike gathers, as well as stone and metal. And now I want you to know this is definitely not my first attempt at surviving 100 days in docks. This run is actually attempt 9. So no, I wasn't born some docks survival god. I learned through much personal suffering. And I created 30 in-depth guided playthrough episodes here on the channel that really dive deep into some of the strategies I learned that are used here. Like when a Pago pickpockets you and decides to become your friend, we always set them up for success. Oh, they grow up so fast. This is an Apex carbo. This means it's full of big, juicy survivor levels and Doc's special loot. So we spent the rest of day 3 wandering aggressively in search of easy levels. There's no safe place in Doc's, and we are running out of time. We are risking everything, taking advantage of Doc's built-in life cycles. By starting fresh, we have a small window of time to find a base location before the bigger baddies arrive. I've died enough in Dino Overhaul X, I can feel the danger closing in. Hour 5, aka day 5, we secure a breeding pair of pteranodons. It's time to head towards our future base location. I know we want to build in the floating island biome. I just don't know where is best. Lots of pretty places, but I get really lost. I'm looking for somewhere with a good roof over our head, strong foundations, and no direct fly line into our base. This spot here looks nice and flat, and our life bank is getting fat. Look, we have some really clear lines to wall off some sections, and hey, my wife said she hates this video. Like this video to prove her wrong. Thanks. Dino Overhaul X has a range of difficulty settings. I'm playing on the solo tribe settings. You can see them here on the Steam Workshop page. These are the only settings that matter, so don't waste time asking me about settings. Thanks. It's finally time to place our first foundation at our base. It's nice, but it's not a Doc's Mega Wall. The Doc's Mega Wall isn't indestructible, but it is an important part of our base build. Yes, we really live like this. Giant open space, gorgeous map, and only one foundation down. I find myself here day 8, finally placing our forge as well. Metal tools, here we come. On a farming run, we find our first Apex Phiomia. That piggy has the loot we need to build our Doc's Mega Walls. Here's the worst bola in the history of bolas. Hey, wait a second. Are Phiomias pigs or little elephants? Spent the day looking for, finding, fighting, and farming a second Apex Phiomia. We've got a real problem now. Our life bank is capped and full. We really need to be taking some risks and spreading them out a little if we can. Facts are, I'm slow. I'm sure some more experienced or talented players would have gotten much further in a similar window of time. I'm just not comfortable taking too many risks without our base being more secure. Finally home and laying foundations, I placed them here for no good reason. Oh my goodness, is this place completely not level? Who let me pick this for a base location? Ugh. Right now our real goal is to get enough Doc's unique metals to get down an industrial mining forward. The struggle of finding Doc's Apex tier tames we can fight and win is fierce. Every time we find one, we get a little closer to our desperately needed Doc's industrial forge. On lucky day 13, the Titan Turkey blessed us with some free loot. I'm intending for us to kill one Titan before we lose all of our lives. I've decided for now, Phiomias are pigs, and since this trike just loves eating pig, also finally placed the Doc's crafting table. We've really expanded what Apexes we fight to try and get our Doc's unique metals. This Apex Aranio almost kills us. Pork Pie wanted to eat this Apex Mammoth, but it's double our power and a passive tame as well. Tamed and named Elon Tusk. Elon has a message for you.
Subscribe.
Thanks, Elon. You may not like it, but this is what peak forge performance looks like. Finally, we finished one foundation line. Is this the path to YouTube trending? I always see Minecraft there, and what's more Minecraft than mindlessly placing blocks in a line, then editing it all out? Because this is Ark Survival Evolved, not Minecraft. We are really running out of time as we must try and beat Dino Overhaul X before day 100. If it's the very last hour and we haven't even started a Titan fight, we will only have at most 9 lives. The stronger play is for us to challenge the Titans with some days left over in case we need to rebank, re-strategize, and try again. Starting day 18 strong, harvesting some oil. Crystal Isles seems to only have good oil way up here in the cold biome. This is also where the Megapithecus roams. Awesome. Not only does it rain in our base, but even after placing hundreds of foundations, we still just live here on this one foundation. The oil for gasoline and the fabricator for electronics are the last 2 pieces we need to finally get down our docks industrial forge. This structure, once powered, will mine for us stone, flint, crystal, obsidian, metal. It'll smelt the metal into metal ingots, and it'll mine both of the dock's unique metals. That's the titanium and the tungsten. This means we now have the power to start moving efficiently towards docks mega walls. Here on day 20, we place our very first mega wall. Now we can start our focus on securing and taming a large apex carnivore. We are looking for an apex rex, an apex indominus rex, or maybe an apex spino. After grinding resources for our first large apex carnivore tame, we finally found an apex spino. You might be wondering, Vad, is that a grenade? Yes, of course it is. This is the Doc's Advanced Poison Grenade, the absolute latest and greatest in trank technology. Incredibly effective in close quarters and much less so out here in the open. What am I doing? My goodness. Facts are, we've built a trap with those Doc's mega walls. This trap we need the apex spino to get itself stuck in. However, a prime tier copy killed our flyer. Awesome. Just in time for the day to turn over and for us to be the target of the enraged apex spino. It's tough to appreciate just how hard this mod is until you try it. That's right, our first death, Apex Spino. Remember, this is our 9th official run. That's why we have 9 lives in the life bank. Every run we failed, I added an extra life to the life bank for the next attempt. All of the mods used here are in the description. I have deliberately kept the mods very minimal. We have regained the Apex Spino's aggro, but then this happened. By the time we got back for round 3, the Apex Spino had wedged itself stuck. I don't know how, but there's no time to waste. Doc's Advanced Strength Grenades, I choose you. Tamed but not yet named. If only this Prime Compy would leave us alone. It's going to be okay, we'll just tame the Prime Compy. Doc's Advanced Nades, I choose you. The only thing we need now is a second high-level opposite gender Apex Spino to form a breeding pair. Back at base, we finally have a breeding pair. Very happy with the levels, if not so much the time and resource investment this took to get a second Spino. It's time to get started on a real egg hatching arena while our Apex Spinos lay egg. We will be using these Spinos to fight. We want to tame dragons and manticores. There's nothing worse than starting a fight and you can't finish. Please ignore the afro and mutton chops. I chose them because I think they look absolutely ridiculous. They aren't done growing, but finally we have some real fighters to challenge the dragons, wyverns, and manticores. Finally saddled and full grown, our first death was to an Apex Spino, so we named our tamed pals Yeet and Eat. Into the desert here on day 33, we find our first dragon. We will be picking a fight with this dragon, as I think it may have a nest with a dragon egg nearby. Yeet and Eat is on fire and doesn't like that, but the dragon is a coward and runs away. Totally worth the investment in breeding up our very own Apex Spino. Not seeing a dragon egg, but definitely have eyes on this manticore nest defender. Hey, look there, a second nest. As long as this manticore doesn't kill us or knock us unconscious, we have some phenomenal treasure here. The red prime star above this nest means this egg was laid by a tier up from the base tier manticore. Notice it's a fire manticore and not a ice manticore. The dragon egg is also a nice pickup as we finish the day with a quick peek at Yeet and Eat stats. Having secured some entry eggs, it's time to farm prime compies. Who put this tree here? Prime compies are incredibly fast, fierce, and tiny. They are the safest fight, if the lowest drop chance, for the much needed prime kibble. Yes, our base is a holy mess, but we've finally got some Doc's enhanced armor pieces, and we can hatch our manticore and dragon eggs. Still, we must prove we are worthy to ride such majestic creatures. We named the dragon Arvind and the manticore Sorel. This is a huge power spike from our landlocked Apex Spinos, and you better better believe we're on our health potion grind, I'm also proud to announce we've placed our first Doc's bunker. Filled it with beds so that we can keep living raw on one foundation just for our grinder. It's time to challenge some Doc's primes and try to get a completed set of Doc's enhanced armor. Excuse me a moment. Okay, I feel better, but not really. Here we go. Back with our MANTICORE, we start fighting our first Mega. Sure, it's only a copy, but it's still a Mega copy in the Mega tier. These Mega copies are very hard to find and to see, but they do have great loot we will need as we progress. The Mega Raptor has a massive area of effect fire blast we need to avoid to win this fight. Day 40, we find a Mega Uranio. These are sneaky, wicked, tricky, nasty fiends, which manage to curve their attack around our mount and only target us. This feels personal. Back in time for the infamous Morellatops massacre, no idea what Sorrel said to them while we were gone. Look, one of the most unsettling things to experience as an ARK player is a force dismount. We were in such a rush to get back here from our last death. We only have one parachute and we've run out of grapples. The spider ate our pants. I was able to get our stuff back, but not our pants. Ambushed while out looking for eggs, we managed to snag the MANTICORE enhancement part needed for the X attack. Still no pants and no MANTICORE. We finally found a dragon nest. I want to be very clear here. The journey we are on together in this 100 days isn't the safest nor the highest chance of successfully getting to and through a Titan fight. Dino Overhaul X is a big mod with a lot of really unique and wonderful challenging mechanics. Doc's has over 50 different unique bosses. There is no reasonable nor feasible way to highlight all of them here and now. I'm not only a little slow, but I'm also in a high pressure situation as the days are ticking by. Maybe I'm making this all look too easy. Maybe I'm making this all look too hard. I challenge you, yes you, to give the Doc's mod a try. And hey, if you want to understand the fundamentals to progression, check out my Doc series here on the channel. Afro still ridiculous, pants still missing, MANTICOREs just too small to fly yet. We did name the dragons, however, without prime kibble, we can only ride our flame MANTICORE. Having the big MANTICORE blast really improves our fighting chances. If only we had more stamina, an RG pygmy would be really great right now. This prime RG on day 46 isn't too tough, we just need more stamina to sustain the aerial combat. Day 47 we have found a prime Doed and a prime Yeti. The prime Doed should be pretty straightforward, but the prime Yeti is very dangerous even from afar. We don't have any prime kibble yet, so dying here we move back down once again to our apex binos. It's a close fight. Too close. The prime Yeti head was the last ingredient we needed to upgrade our base MANTICORE up the ice MANTICORE path. This of course means for us more egg hatching and raising. We also placed down our very own Doc's water tower. Stay hydrated everyone. Hey, let's go over our progress so far here coming into day 49 with our Alpha Ice MANTICORE. MANTICORE enhancement part, full set of Doc's to enhance, chitin armor, Doc's health potion, pygmy? Yeah, we're gonna need that pygmy. We've got some random pygmy summons. Ended up with 2 Jeroboa pygmies. This is something where if we weren't in such a huge crunch to complete 100 days Doc's, we'd have spent a lot more time on. These pygmies need to be upgraded with treats and meats. Facts are, pygmies love treats and meats. Feed them, evolve them, feed them again. The Prime Dimorphodon has a drop we need to further power up our Alpha Ice MANTICORE. We are fully gear stacked and a little faster than the old boy. You know, it's a sad moment for the Yeet twins as they are prime Deathworm bait. Man, is everything punishing. The prime Deathworm is a real challenge as it likely ambush kills you when you first find it. Then it stays underground and untargetable until something tasty walks by. Huge damage, range, and the ability to ground flyers. Tough fight. And now we have all our ingredients to upgrade, hatch, and raise our very first prime ice MANTICORE. We've also survived to day 51, which is an important milestone as the fights only get harder for us and time is really running out. The prime MANTICOREs can summon in minions, so we use them here versus the prime lava golem. Anyone familiar with Doc's knows this is a top tier prime and a real tough fight. Every single fight from now on out until the end of these 100 days has some kind of one-shot mechanic. We are as prepared as we possibly can be for our current progression inside the time limits we have here. I would have really liked to have had a more defensive pygmy for this fight. Huge blessing we found on day 52 in Ice MANTICORE Star Nest. Easily saved us a day of upgrades. Having named our new Prime Ice MANTICORE, it's time to get back into that Prime Lava Golem fight. The Titan Overlord has spawned in, buffing all of our opponents. This essentially has completely doomed this fight, as we don't have enough health potions to sustain us through the Prime Lava Golem fight with this additional challenge. Refarming health potions, rolling, upgrading a new pygmy, finding, hatching another MANTICORE egg, evolving the base MANTICORE into an Alpha MANTICORE, evolving the Alpha MANTICORE into a Prime MANTICORE. This is a huge time investment. I got my body and gear back, but the MANTICORE enhancement part I couldn't. It needed to be earned again. The Lava Golem Prime fight is doable. It's just a real challenge. Moving forward, every time we die, the danger becomes we can't get to a Titan fight before day 100, as the setbacks are massive. Nothing says defeated opponent like Gelding on our way to collect the Lava Golem's Lava Stones. We ourselves ended up needing a change of pants. As it turned out, we pulled aggro on the Mega Ovis. Here's the quick dirty. We now must sacrifice ourselves to the Mega Ovis. Some of the Mega tier beasts and docks never lose aggro. We risk having this Mega Ovis chase us for the entire time as we try and progress. I know, it's only an Ovis, a little sheep. Here's the deal. You want to have some real fun? Go ahead. Try and fight the Mega Ovis. I'm sure it'll be memorable. Quick look at the stats on our Prime Lava Golem killer. It's now time for us to collect a Prime Bear head and snag Mega Kong's little bro, Prime Kong's head as well. These are the last two items we need to upgrade our Alpha Fire MANTICORE into the much stronger Prime Fire MANTICORE. Don't worry, it's supposed to be a 50-50 chance at succeeding. All we need to do now is refarm all our health potions, collect another Prime Bear head, Prime Kong head, and yes, the Prime Lava Golem core. This go round, the Prime Lava Golem dropped for us the elusive enhanced Lava Golem saddle. Very exciting. Life bank is full, time is running low. We are taking another big risk here in challenging a deadly foe, the Mega Pithecus. You ask, Vad, what's so scary about the Mega Pith? Well, how about the massive damage dealing inescapable triple snowballs? Not only do they deal high damage, they also are dealing toper damage. If that's not scary enough, it's wicked fast and can one-shot you with a giant boulder. Oh, and when its health starts to get low, it creates this giant freezy slow zone AoE that drains your health. Did I mention it's immune to ice damage? I'm excited and proud to announce we did it. Day 69, we snagged our first piece of MANTICORE armor. Nice. We need to have a full set of MANTICORE armor to have any chance at all of even considering challenging a Titan. In all seriousness, getting a piece of MANTICORE armor solo 70 days in is really a victory. This is a huge win. This isn't easy. You know, not having teleporters, trimates, or even a death recovery mod has created some real obstacles we've overcome. Yes, I know, the life bank hasn't run out. Trust me, death spirals are a real thing in docks. You can quickly get yourself in a real bad situation, 10 deaths in with no way to recover. Day 72, we have ourselves our first golem. This ancient lava golem was looted from the very deadly Mega Pith. We also scuttled the docks Fat Man nuclear missile launcher from the Pithecus. A huge, massive thank you to Dino Dragon for being the real MVP and not only answering a bunch of my docks questions again, but reminding me the value of the penguin pygmy. Here's a penguin pygmy. Here's a corrupted penguin pygmy. I didn't do it. I mean, I did, but no. Welcome to our first Mega MANTICORE fight on day 76. I do not recommend. This thing is just way too deadly and wicked fast. We have here finally achieved a second piece of that vital MANTICORE armor. A big thank you to Mike, the Dino Overhaul X mod dev. The docks mod is his passion project, and if anyone has enjoyed time in ARK docks, be sure to share the love. The Mega MANTICORE dropped for us an Ancient Ice Manticore. This is a huge upgrade from our Prime Ice Manticore. Remember, we need to start the Titan fights before we run out of our 100 days. Before we can start Titan fights, we need Manticore armor. This Mega Dragon holds another piece of the Manticore armor. It may seem like we are very far away from the Mega Dragon, but the Mega Dragon is sneaky fast, and if it gets close to us, we will die and lose our only Ancient Manticore. And now we have another piece of the Manticore armor set. Do you remember way back on day 25 we tamed our first Prime Compy together? Well, we've been taming them every chance we get since then. This entire process is expensive, time-consuming, and a complete gamble. We need to successfully kill a Mega Manticore just to have one of the multiple base ingredients required to roll a potential corrupt armor set. Getting this head piece of Manticore armor means it's time to fight Mega Kong. Say hello to my little friend. Yes, the pygmy. No, the Fat Man nuke launcher. Somehow, someway, it is always Mega Kong. Here, day 85, we are after the King's Crown, one of the undisputably iconic bosses in Dino Overhaul X. Mega Kong unleashes a horde of fast-flying monkey minions. Oh yeah, definitely. Massive two-handed, sky-shattering, one-hit knockout monkey do? Yep, check. Let's not forget Mega Kong has that fear-inducing, fast-flying, low-visibility, toper-dealing spear. Hey, fact-check this at your own risk. Legends say the spear may have some crit chance as well, and we are going to stay as far away from Mega Kong as we can. If we die in this fight, it's over. There's not enough time left to farm back to our current progression. Dino Overhaul X is brutal. We have really been balancing on a knife's edge to survive this 100 days. You might be saying, Vad, why do the days keep moving when we're still in the same fight? Well, Grasshopper, that's because that was the time spent preparing for this fight. Mega Kong is a tough fight. There's a lot of time preparing and planning to win, so we have our best chance at winning. Thank you, Kayada, Kitty, and Natural for taking the time to share your journey and encourage me to create this 100 days. Mega Kong has the last piece we need for our full set of Manticore armor. The Manticore armor has a massive buff on each individual piece and a set bonus for having a completed set. We're going to need this armor for our Titan fight. We are going to spend the next 10 days prepping for the Titan fight. That's right, day 99, we're going to be heading into the Titan fight. That's really not a lot of time for what I'd like to have ready. Coming into the fight, we will have a full set of corrupted Manticore armor. There is no guarantee we'd have this set, as it's a lot of RNG. This is why it was vital for us to complete a set of base Manticore armor. We will be using a corrupted penguin pygmy. We also have a maxed armored Manticore enhancement part. This is going to be an ancient ice Manticore. This is the best tame we have access to before a Titan fight. Gear stocking is a huge part of docks. In my docks guides, I go into a lot more in depth into how they work, into how to get to this point of progression. We'll also be using a maxed out docks Fat Man nuke launcher, and notice the corruption stone on our tool belt. I'm going to close the life bank here and try and clean up what's about to be a very messy interface. There is no room for error, as we do not have a lot of options for backup tames if we die. This is our best and only chance at killing a Titan. Having placed the Titan Eel Shrine, we only have 45 minutes to kill this Titan. It's going to be day 100, about halfway through this fight's time limit. Titan fights are no joke. The Titan Eel is an absolute beast of a fight. I'm right now desperately trying to figure out how far do I have to be before I get out of this big, slow range. I have the most speed I can possibly pump into my Ancient Ice Manticore, and I am just about out of render here coming up on the sky barrier. And it just doesn't matter. That Titan Eel slow is able to get us from forever away. The Titan Eel is not the only Titan in the mod. There's several other Titans you might enjoy fighting, and if you get through multiple Titans and you're still looking for a challenge, there's also the Titan Overlord, which has its own unique mechanics. Some things I would have liked to have done different. I really would have liked to have taken advantage of a teleporter mod, or even just the S+ teleporters. I spent a lot of time just trying to keep the ball rolling. I didn't stop and build any teleporters. I didn't unlock them until pretty late. The megas do have the tech unlocks in them. However, we didn't fight every single mega. We fought as efficiently as we could, And without this nuke launcher, we don't get through this fight. There's our first 100,000 damage. You're going to have to kind of get a flow for the fights. And we start out this Titan fight really cautious. We're trying to get the timing down. We're trying to learn kind of the range on these attacks. You know, these big kind of lightning crackles mean we are just being massively slowed down. But as the fight progresses, we're going to get a lot more aggressive here because we're going to have to, because time's against us. I also would have really liked to have brought a death recovery mod. I set that up kind of as an additional challenge for myself. I think there's some things you could do to cheese progression by using a death recovery mod, so having to go back and get our corpse, I was also hoping would create something interesting, you know, just another kind of scary moment for your viewing pleasure. However, it was mostly uneventful. If something interesting happened, you saw it. There's not a single exciting moment you missed. If you didn't see it in this 100 days video, it's because it was boring, dreadfully boring. It was farming health potions. You did not see me farm any health potions, and we are drinking them like candy. You need the health potions. There we go. Coming up on 200,000 damage. See here, we're starting to weave in some of our MANTICORE attacks, just trying to get our DPS up. Coming up on, there's the first 500,000 health gone on the Titan Eel. It's a long fight. It's a doable fight, but it's not an easy fight. I think there's no shame in not fighting a Titan. Have fun, try out the mod. You like the megas, stop at the megas. If you want to try a Titan, go for the Titan. Here we're out of stamina, and it all kind of comes down to these next couple of shots. If we start flying towards the beach, we're going to run out of time to finish this fight. There's only a couple of minutes left here. In addition, we don't have the stamina to use our X attack, so we're just relying on the weapons we brought with us. If we can't land one or two of these shots, sometimes the eel is under the water, it's over. We will not have killed the Titan Eel, and in addition, we're gonna have to tank a couple of hits, which is just not where you want to be. If you like this video, here's another great one just for you. I'm Thad, thanks for being here.